Correct here, and we are now in turn 8. Turn 8, and the Continentals had won the initiative, so we have to figure out what to do here. Now, we have a pinned unit here. Now we can drop one unit of Army morale to unpin them and move them. But I think if you do that, you can't move into a zone of control of someone else after the fact. Now we do have a disrupted unit here, disordered, and these guys are all over here, are pretty much in good condition. And I do believe that everybody here can 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they can't make it into combat. Some can, some cannot. So that's the question. Do I want to drop a unit morale and see if we can get some troops into combat and see if these guys will rally and see what happens? Right now, the British are really wavering. They are suffering at level 2 out of 15. So it wouldn't take much but losing a couple more combat and this game is over. So that's what we're sitting at right now when it comes to the British. The Americans are sitting right where they started the game at 14 because they lost a little bit when this unit got disrupted. But that can change if they rally. So we'll just have to go and see what happens. Alright, so we got the movement phase. Reinforcements, disrupted units may only move 1 hex. I'm going to see, we'll move them right to here, get them out of the way. And shattered units may not move. Pinned units may only move if they do not end their movement adjacent to an enemy unit, and the phasing player reduces his army morale. I do believe, I think there was, what, 6 in here? 3, I'll just see it. I think there was 6. 4, oops. It's a pretty strong unit. There's 5, actually. 5 in there. No, there is 6. And they're pinned. So it would take a little bit. I know I can get some troops in there to get a 1-to-1. Throw some, move the artillery here and do some combat. So I'm thinking I'm going to leave the pinned unit there, not worry about the army morale. So we can go 1, 2, 3 to there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll put these guys here. Put them on Maryland Brigade on top, right there. We can move this. No, we can't move them in there because there's 6 in there. So we can't move a commander in there. That's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do believe 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So we can move some troops into that hex. Okay, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we got some rifles. Put the rifles there and Swamp Fox to there. So we got that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a chance of looting right now. Let's just see if we have Virginia Brigade. We immediately have to see if something happens right there for looting. Special Virginia Brigade 1 through 4. If I roll a 1 through 4, which I guess is 0 through 4, they are disrupted. Rolled an 8. So they are not disrupted. That falls under control of the Americans. So we'll do that. Put that there. That's American encampment. That goes there. And then these guys go 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. Actually, I'm going to go to here. No, I can't go there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they have to go there. They can't go into that hex. 1, 2. And go 1, 2. And 1, 2. Alright. And we do, that's a strength 1 right there, I do believe. Yeah. So we got a 1, 4. Yep, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can go right to there. And these guys are going to have to go. And I'm going to put them right there. We do have a line of sight here, so the cannons are going to fire into there. And then that's all the movement, I do believe. Now we got the rally phase. And we need to roll a 5 or better. We got a 6, so they do rally. So those are rallied. And Army morale goes up 1. Alright. Okay, that's a British unit that needs to rally, possibly. They definitely need to have them rally for the morale. Alright, so defensive artillery fire. The British no longer have artillery. So the Americans, 1, 2 hexes away. So with our little artillery chart, 2 hexes away. Strength 2, need an 8 or better. Okay, occupied. Okay, target artillery rifle. First time meeting out as well. Oh, okay. So I see. Yes, we got a +1. All right. Okay, +2 for Army morale. Need a 6 or better. Well, an 8 will do it. Alright, they hit. That was the, I'm just going to go to the top unit right there. I forgot to designate it, so that's the one that has to get hit. And let's just see what happens. Roll the 9. A 9 with artillery versus non-artillery. 1 step loss and a loss of a leader, but there's no leader in there. So there we go. That happens. Now I think we can remove those pins because combat will happen. Anyway, that's what we were counting on in this combat. So I'm going to remove those. Alright. Alright, let's just see what the odds are. I think they're down to 5 now. 1, 2, 4, 5. Oops. No, we can't. We got to do rifle fire. Rifle fire. Let's see. Who do we pick on? Defensive rifle fire. I'm gonna go after these guys right here, the Maryland Brigade, because they're breathing down my throat here. And they rolled a 3. I don't think that's gonna do anything. Adjacent, they need a 7 or better, and they have a +1, that makes it a 4. Still, that's not enough. They need a 7, so there's no way they're going to find 3. So they missed. There is a rifles. Oh, where did I think the rifles are in here? Yes, there's the rifles. All right. Let's see what happens. Roll an 8. An 8. Adjacent. We'll still pick on the top unit. Right there. Okay, 8 does hit from adjacent. 1 strength. They needed a 7. Let's see what happens. 3. 3 is 1 army morale loss. Yikes, not good. Okay, that hurts. I think that hurts more than the actual combat. So they have a 1, 2, 3, 5. Crikey. And yeah, 5. Okay, 5. There is 1, 2. There was 6 there. There's 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's a 2 to 1. Let's check the chart. Oh, 14 to 5 might be a 3 to 2. Okay, they have 5. We have 14. That's still just a 2 to 1. All right. 2 1. 2 to 1. What do they do with it? Where's the charts? There they are. Okay. All right. Can they retreat out of an enemy zone of control? No. No. They go here. No. Retreat is not possible. All right. So they're engaged without a leader. Retreat not plausible. The Americans have a leader. They have the flank. They have plenty of places to retreat to. Okay. Enemy has no leader. Withdrawal not plausible. Flank possible. All right. Here we go. We have this here. Alright, so engage without a leader, withdrawal not plausible. Skirmish versus turn flank. So we got turn flank versus skirmish. Alright, so get the chart out. Defender is skirmish, and then we have turn flank. Ooh, not good. -1. Not what we wanted. Alright. Okay, so it's 2 to 1. 2 to 1 odds. We had the Maryland Brigade in the forefront, so there's a +2. And who's our best unit here? Anybody with a plus modifier? No, we don't want the rifles, because rifles, that's not good. So I guess we will have, let's go the 63rd. Have the 63rd be the primaries, because they're not militia. Okay. All right. Okay. So we have +2, +3. Army morale makes it +4. -1, so that's a +3 due to the tactical matrix, +3. They do not have a modifier, and their army morale is, unit morale is a -2, so that's a +5. Not good. We have a +5. Let's just see what happens. 9 plus 5 is 14. Best we can do is 11. 2 to 1. That's captured. Attacker's choice. So, now I'll just capture him. And that drops the overall army morale to 0. And I do believe that is the end of the game right there. So they captured the British forces. Game's over. Took 8 turns. I really do believe, when going through this, I think I made a couple of mistakes along the line. When I went back and watched one of the turns, I think it was turn 5. Might have been turn 5. I shot my artillery through another unit. I thought I was shooting over it, but I can't shoot. So let's say you have a unit here. Say that this actually use a unit. So that unit's parked right there. This artillery can't shoot there because a line unit blocks line of sight for the artillery. So I think it was in turn 5 I made that mistake. Sadly, I did catch that later, but it wasn't until after I watched it and already had it uploaded. So there's one mistake I didn't think about. And I didn't keep track quite as well as I should what type of units were fighting. Because if you have militia versus actual line units and stuff like that, there's some modifiers involved there. And if you're attacking a rifle unit, you get some minuses and pluses involved too. All defending units are militia attacked by at least one non-militia unit. Yeah, there's a plus there. Dragoons getting shattered. I think I used that one. But overall, it's a very enjoyable game. Other than a few tactical I don't really call them tactical mistakes. Like when the British came out and they attacked, it was like when the Americans were sitting over here in echelon, basically marching down the road. They were actually, the British had the best opportunity, I thought, to attack and start eliminating breaking units. And when I rolled zeros, it's like 0 and a 1 or something like that, and I ended up having my British units have to retreat and were disrupted, I think it was. That hurt. Like, I thought I had a great attack going on, and I just rolled miserably for the British, and it just started, I think, snowballing, going downhill, because the Americans kept getting the initiative from that point on, and they dictated how the battle was going, and the British were on their back foot the entire time and just getting pushed back, and it just showed. That's pretty much how I envisioned how this kind of happened. I don't know if this was historically correct how things happened, but it was, I have to actually read up a little bit better on how it progressed down the line. But I had fun. I liked it. This is a good system. I enjoyed this. It would be really interesting if you could play against another player, where they're using their tactics versus your tactics, and then you have the cards and you're actually thinking about things instead of having the random. Because I was using this. This is very helpful instead of just randomly drawing cards out and see what happens. This does have, and you can down. I think the very first episode I put a link to this one right here, and I'll be using that when I continue to play different scenarios in the future. I probably will do the one that's on the back side of this next, and it's a little bit bigger battle, and hopefully we'll make less mistakes with that one. And that's just one comes from playing a game enough times, you start figuring out what's going right and wrong with something and getting the rules down. When you're playing by yourself, if you're playing against another player, they're like, oh, this is what happens, and like, oh yeah, okay. You may remember something, they remember something, and between the two of you actually get the game going better. And then if you play enough times, it makes more sense and you start making less mistakes. But overall, I do believe it was that one attack when they crossed this line right over here, and that's when the British Army just started going downhill quickly. Because I forgot to mention is these little stars right here. When the American line hits, any American unit hits one of those and takes them, it's an automatically one army morale step loss for the British, and then it just goes downhill from here, taking these two. Start hurting the morale and all that. So it went downhill. Don't lose units. That's all I can say. When you start losing units, things start snowballing quickly. You don't want your army morale hurting you as bad as that. All right, everybody. I'm just kind of rambling on now, but that's kind of my thoughts with this game. And if you got anything you want to see the next one, let me know, and I'll start playing it. Put them up. This is Elgrace, Rusty. We'll talk with you all later.